Okay, good to see you again. In this video, we will discuss how to install Genshin Impact cheats in English. Okay, let's go straight to the tutorial. The first step is to prepare a third-party file manager application. Make sure you use a strong file manager application. For example, here I use the X File Manager application. Next, we also need to prepare the Genshin Impact application and the virtual application that we will use to install Genshin Impact. Next, don't forget to also prepare the AMU cheat application. After all the applications are prepared, we proceed to the next step. Let's install the applications one by one, starting from the Genshin Impact application. Oh yes, I also prepared a data backup so that later I don't need to download the data again. You can see here there is a file with the name miHoYo, Genshin Impact, but for those of you who don't mind downloading the data again, just ignore this file. Next, let's install the virtual application. You are free to choose the virtual application you want to use. It doesn't have to be the same as the one I use, but make sure the virtual one supports GG. Each device has different compatibility, so sometimes the same virtual application is not guaranteed to be compatible with each user's device. If Genshin Impact cannot be opened in a virtual application, it means that the virtual one being used is not compatible with the Android version or device version. Okay, finally, we just have to install the Amy cheat application. If the installation fails, it means we have to deactivate Play Protect first. We can deactivate Play Protect via Google Play Store, go to Account Settings and the Play Protect menu will appear on the dashboard. Okay, after all the applications are installed, the next step is to open the virtual application. Then we allow all the permissions requested by the virtual application. Okay, next we need to add the Genshin Impact application and all related applications into this virtual space. The way to add applications to virtual space is by pressing the plus icon. First, we add the Genshin Impact application, then add the Amy cheat application. Then there is an additional application to verify the Amy cheat later. For the application used for verification, we can choose between Discord or Telegram. It's up to you which one you want to choose. Okay, continue after all the required applications have been added to the virtual space. The next step is to open the Genshin Impact application, which is installed in the virtual space. We wait until we enter the login section. You can see, this is the Genshin Impact application that we play through virtual space. Our goal in opening the Genshin Impact application is so that the directory files from Genshin Impact that we installed in virtual space appear in the Android folder. Okay, after we get to the login interface, we close the Genshin Impact application. Oh yes, you can skip this step if you don't mind re-downloading Genshin Impact data, but for those of you who don't want to re-download the data, pay attention to this method. Okay, let's close all running applications, including virtual applications, so as not to interfere with the data transfer process. Okay, so that you don't need to download the data again, make sure you have a complete Genshin Impact data backup. Follow these steps correctly, because if there is an error, there is a risk that the game will run abnormally. First, we go to the Android folder, then we file the virtual application directory that we are using. Each virtual application has a different directory name and the one I use is Amy Virtual. After the directory is found, the next step is to delete the Genshin Impact data files installed in the virtual application. This step is done so that the data does not overlap. Before deleting it, you should first check the size of the folder. I'm worried that the folder we deleted was wrong. This can prevent us from losing game data. Then on Android 12 and above, usually we can't delete files in the Android folder, we just change the name of the folder if we fail to delete them. Okay, after changing the name, let's move the Genshin Impact backup data to a folder in the virtual application directory. Watch carefully. I suggest that you should slow down the playback so that the transfer location is correct and according to the tutorial. And if you are still worried about losing files, you should choose the copy method so that even if you transfer the wrong file, the backup file is still safe. Okay, the transfer process usually takes around 10 to 30 minutes. Wait until the transfer process is completely complete. Continue after the transfer process is complete, we return to the virtual application. If the data transfer is successful, then we don't need to download the Genshin Impact data again. Next, to log into the game, I recommend just using a username and password so it's not complicated and is shorter. When you first log in, don't forget to change the server according to the server you previously used. Okay, if the transfer is successful, then we can go straight to the shader compilation section without needing to download the data again. We wait for the shader compilation process to complete. Don't close the game during this process. After the shader compilation process is complete, don't close the game. Wait until you get to the entrance interface to Teyvat. Okay, after the door to Teyvat appears, we close the Genshin Impact game. We prepare the Amy Cheat application so that it can be activated. The first step, we first prepare the application for verification. Here I use Telegram for verification. I recommend using an active Telegram account so that later the verification code will be sent to Telegram on the original phone so that the Telegram login process is easier. Okay, continue after we prepare the application for verification on Amy Cheat. Let's open the Amy application. Okay, when you first open the Amy Cheat application, we usually get an update notification at a certain time. If an update notification appears, we just update the application straight away. Next, the Amy application will ask for permission to appear on top of other applications. However, what we need to allow to appear on top of other applications is the virtual application. Okay, after the virtual application has been given permission to appear on top of other applications, the next step is to complete the Amy Cheat update process. If the update process fails, we can try using a Chinese VPN when updating the Amy Cheat application. Next, instructions will appear. Please read all the instructions so you can confirm the checkbox. Then if there is a notification regarding battery usage, we can choose to set it or ignore it. This does not have a significant effect. Then in this tick section, we can't just click on it once. Long press on the letter next to it and the box will automatically be checked. After the confirmation is complete, we just have to agree on the risks and other impacts of using the Amy Cheat. The next step is for the Start button on the Amy application to appear. We must carry out verification. There are several verification methods and here I use Telegram verification. Make sure the Telegram application in the virtual application has been opened and you have joined the Amy Cheat Telegram channel. Okay, after we have completed the verification stage, the next step is to press the Start button on the Amy Cheat application. Wait until the floating button appears. After the floating button appears, it means that the Amy Cheat is ready to be operated. Okay, last step. We just have to open the Genshin Impact application. Okay, let's go to Genshin Impact. Let's try the results. If the installation procedures are correct, then all of Amy's features can be used. First, let's try out a pretty popular feature. This feature is usually used to help the exploration process. However, this feature usually experiences problems with APKs. If you have problems with APKs, please see the tutorial to overcome it in the previous video. Next, so that the Genshin Impact game can be played smoothly, we should adjust the graphics used, and my suggestion is to disable the motion blur feature. For other graphic settings, please adjust them yourself. Then, if possible, it would be better if this virtual application was added to the turbo game list. Okay, look at this. All Amy Cheat features can be used, and this shows that the installation process is complete. Okay, I think that's enough for this video tutorial. Hopefully this helps and hopefully makes your playing experience more exciting. See you again and thank you.